Today, let's talk about working with fonts. So, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. I had been backing up my computer, but never really thought about the fact that I also needed to back up my fonts, and I had not done that, and my computer hard drive failed. So I did pay to have it recovered. And that is when I discovered that even though I had the hard drive recovered, I had still lost all of my downloaded fonts. Now I know where I get most of them from, so I am in the process of recovering and restoring all of the fonts to my computers. So with that said, some of them were free fonts, and I know where I get some, but I also don't remember the names of them. So for example, I had done this design that you see on my screen right now. And this font right here is one that I love, but I could not remember the name of it. So to find that information is pretty easy in Design Space. Now this is a welded design, but I'm still going to click on the scissors and it's going to bring up this box. Now here is this little I for information, see image information. And if I click on that, it goes on and tells me, but it says selected font is called Milkshake. So now I knew what the name of the font was. Now that font comes from the Hungry JPEG. And so I had gotten that before. I actually just went in, searched it, and then I clicked to download it. And you can see it is here in the tray at the bottom because it has already been downloaded. So I am going to go ahead and I could open it here. And if I go back to my downloads, you're going to see it is a zipped file. It free font milkshake.zip. So I am keeping right now all of my fonts in this font folder until I get them backed up on an external device. So what I'm going to do is just double click on that file folder, which will open it. And there is directions in here actually how to install it, but I'm going to show you really quick. You need to pick if you're going to download OpenType or TrueType. I'm not going to get into which and why you would do either one. Double click on it and it comes up with this window, and then I'm just going to click install and it will go through the process of installing it. The window closes and it is now on my computer. So now I can go back and I'm going to put him in that fonts folder and keep him there for now. Now when I go to Design Space, that will not automatically be there, but when I close out, leave the site, and then I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to reload Design Space, and I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to search my fonts for Milkshake, and there it is. And now I can use one of my favorite fonts. Now in honesty, because it is a script font, I would probably go into an external program like FontLab Pro or Pad and use it from there. And honestly, that is another one of those things that is such a very easy program to use. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to open up the FontLab here. And so then I'm going to go to, here we go. And I'm going to get FontLab back on the top. There we go. I'm going to hit File. And I am going to hit Open Installed. And I'm going to search for Milkshake. Yep. Oh, there it is. Milkshake. And I'm going to click okay. And so then this was for Deidre. And I'm going to do a little bit more there so you can see it. Then you're going to go to File, Save As. And it is going to go to my Documents. And I'm going to just go back here to... And I'm just going to save this. And it automatically saves it as an SVG. And again, I'm going to upload image. And there it comes in. Save it. And then click on it and insert it. And now you can see that this is already the spacing and the kerning and everything on this is going to be exactly the way that you want it. You can ungroup it. Then I can select each word individually. I can weld it. And then when I go to cut this, it will cut it all in one piece. Yep. Come on, move away from there. Also, if I decide I want to write this, I can do that as well. It will, of course, do the outline thing. Not much we can do there. Let's see, we're going to go here and we're going to click on write. And I'll do it with a black, and there you see, but it's still, there's no stops between the letters. So it's much easier than working with this. And that is going to be the method that you're going to use to install a font. And then that is showing you FontLab Pad to make it easier to get your words all connected and how to find out what font something was, even when it was welded. And then how to download the font. So if we go to DA Font, I had, and I use a lot, Waltograph. And of course that is also gone. So I'm going to find it here and I'm going to click on download. And again, you can see it is right here in my tray. I'm just going to click on it. And then I'm going to click on the font and I'm going to click on install. And now it is installed on my system. So I am all good there. And I want to keep everything organized. So I'm going to go ahead and file him away. And so now if I wanted to, I could go back and restart Design Space because it's not usually, I'm not going to say ever. Let me see. Yeah, see, Waltograph is not coming up. But again, if I go ahead and even open up a new window, I want design. And then I go to text and I go here and search fonts and you will find that it now does come up. And there's Waltograph. And that one is my favorite Disney font. But again, spacing, I generally will take this if I'm not doing, sometimes I do special things, but otherwise I would take this into FontLab Pad as well to get the spacing correct the way that it's supposed to be. Save it as an SVG and then upload it. It just makes it a whole lot easier. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more information on working with fonts. And as far as saving them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an external thumb drive, plug it into the USB port on my computer, and then copy all of those fonts onto that thumb drive so that if I do, or when I do go through another hard drive crash, it'll be a whole lot easier for me to go in and restore all of the fonts that I have accumulated. So I hope that helps, and please, if you like the video, do subscribe and like it. Thanks so much.